Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello have become an unstoppable and beloved pair since the start, and Camila's recent Instagram post gave fans heart-melting insight into their relationship. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. Before we get into this Shawn Camila update, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos from us. As always, I am your host, Tyler Joseph Ellis. I say we start with the couple. I've said many times on shared news how much I love this pair. I really think they are more than just a celebrity couple. They have proven to show their vulnerable sides online. I think they are both obviously so talented and so gorgeous, but they're also so real with their fans, which I really appreciate. And I think they're paving the way for other artists to do the same. So I am a huge fan of Shawn and Camila. So anytime there's a story on them, I'm thrilled to be here talking about it. Which brings us to, of course, the topic at hand. On Saturday, Camila shared an adorable photo of the pair, them on the beach. It's Shawn and Camila on the beach. I mean, that alone is something to get me excited. But of course, fans everywhere are gushing over the long and heartfelt caption that is attached to the photo on Instagram. Camila said in the note, quote, "I've learned a lot about love with this guy. It's not just the happy, blissful moments you see in pictures and videos. When you're in a relationship with someone, it feels like they are this mirror reflecting yourself back to you. I constantly have to confront my fears, my anxieties, my insecurities, my patterns of thinking, my beliefs about life and about myself. It's not as simple as it looks in pictures sometimes. Sometimes it's messy and uncomfortable and ugly, LOL." So this is, of course, just the first part of this long message. We're breaking it down into three because ultimately I think it is so unbelievably sweet, but also very important. I think it's important for fans to know that this couple that, of course, looks so glamorous and awesome from the outside is also a couple, like a relationship in real life. And all relationships have their trials and tribulations and also their highs. So I'm just so grateful that she is setting the precedent to be open about these things. I mean, of course, she shares this gorgeous photo of the pair, and everyone could be like, oh my God, what a gorgeous pair. But underneath it is the same sort of stuff that I think people have to go through when they're coupling with someone. I mean, you are constantly having to confront yourself, learning more about yourself as you grow with this other person. I'm a huge fan, a huge fan of this post, huge fan of them, and a huge fan of what this could be. I mean, bringing their audience closer to them, of course, by being vulnerable with their fans, but also kind of making it clear that they're not into the whole we're a celebrity and we're a perfect couple thing, because that's ultimately very unrealistic. So we continue. She continues on this Instagram post saying, quote, "But there's nothing like the pull, the force that is love, to be the light in the darkness, to be the gravitational pull that gives you the relentless strength to be braver, wiser, and better than you were yesterday. It's so instinctive for us to love, even if our minds try to protect us from it sometimes. But our nature as humans is to love, and to be in love means to choose that person over and over again, to go through the messy stuff with, and that's way more beautiful and raw and real than perfection." I mean, is this not what we all strive for in relationships? I mean, that's it. I mean, to find someone, I mean, hello, vows during a wedding in sickness and in health. Um, I just think, yes, Camille's sort of hitting the nail on the head with this. And I'm so glad that she believes that she has that with Shawn, because of course we all love to romanticize the pair till the day is done. But ultimately, knowing that she is going through all the same stuff as we all are when we're approaching our relationships is really refreshing. I don't know if that is the same case for you. Let me know. But I think it's super refreshing seeing a celebrity couple be so grounded and vulnerable like this. And of course, you have to mention that both of their careers right now, they're at all-time highs. I mean, Shawn's album comes out this week. Hello, Wonder comes out on the 4th. And I mean, she was just filming a movie. I mean, Cinderella comes out in February of 2021. They're both going through huge career moments right now, and ones that could be really special, really overwhelming, and ultimately really stressful. And I think it's so special that they both have each other during this. I mean, they're both going through very similar things, and what a special pair. And they, of course, just got a dog, not to forget the dog that they have. I mean, we love the dog. I just think it's great. I mean, with all these fluctuations in terms of stress and career moves, I think it's great to have someone alongside you. And I think I'm just glad for them. And of course, the post does not end there. There's one more part. She ended the post with this, stating, quote, "I'm all for being vulnerable on social media because I think only the neatness and perfection of life is shown on here. And that can make us all feel extra lonely and weird. So raise your glass to the messiness and the weirdness of being human and the miracle and the easiness and the instinct and the relentless force that is love." So Camila really tugging at the heartstrings with this post. I I'm just so I mean what she said it best. She sees social media. Social media is ultimately a highlight reel, especially something like Instagram where you can edit all your photos and look perfect. And I mean, she has like 40 million followers, something like that, 50 million. So there's a lot of people watching her, and I'm appreciative that she doesn't take that lightly. She wants to use that platform to help people feel better about themselves. Of course, show her own life, but also understand that fans everywhere are watching her. And if her life looks perfect, it's going to be hard as a fan to watch being like, oh, I wish my life were that perfect. No one's life is perfect. And I mean, you also have to keep in mind that their fan base, of course, I am in my 20s and I'm fans of both of them, but a lot of their fan base is younger and a lot of them have never known life without social media. I mean, the line between social media and a social life is dwindling every single day. So I'm just grateful that celebrities like Camila and like Shawn are taking initiative and making sure that it isn't just a highlight reel that fools everyone into thinking you're okay all the time. I'm a huge fan. Of course, this is still a gushy post about their relationship. And of course, they're in a beautiful relationship, but it's ultimately also very heartwarming and raw. And I really do appreciate that as a fan of both of them. I do also want to mention a quote from Shawn. His kind of whole approach to this is not very dissimilar. I mean, he also is very vulnerable when it comes to his social media and the press and interviews and such. And this quote is from an interview for Apple Music that aired a couple weeks ago. And he said, quote, "I went through a month where I couldn't really even communicate with her being Camila, because I was struggling with anxiety and I didn't want her to see me weak. And I was on the verge of ruining our relationship. And then when you come out on the other end and you're like, listen, I'm struggling here. It's hard for me to even say this to you. And everything starts building and growing and getting stronger and the roots fortify and you look around and you're like, oh, bravery. That's bravery. That's strength." So of course, both Shawn and Camila are facing these really vulnerable situations very head on and are super unafraid to share them. And of course, if you're going through something, I don't think you have at all an obligation to share it on social media. Just I have to grant that first. But I think they know their position and they're willing to. And I just so appreciate that. I just really appreciate that. And I think others do as well, because I see where Shawn is coming from. I mean, he's going through huge phases in his life that comes with a lot of anxiety and a lot of pressure, and the sort of fear of showing the person that you love the most that side of you because you're scared of what they'll think. I mean, that's a classic thing that we all feel, and I just love that he brought that up. I love that it's the same no matter how famous and how successful you are. It is the same. It is a human emotion, and I just hope that their love continues to flourish. Selfishly, I really hope that, because I love this pair so much. And that is everything we have for you today in terms of Shawn and Camila. Of course, very exciting things coming up for both of them. This is not the last we'll be speaking of the pair. Far from it, I am sure. But as always, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of sort of this relationship? Are you a huge fan of them? Do you appreciate how open they are on social media? Let me know. Are you excited for the future of the pair? I mean, I don't know. They have a dog. Who knows what else is to come? I don't know. But before you go, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you don't miss any future videos from us. If you want more from me, you can find me on social media on Instagram and Twitter at TylerJoe33 and on TikTok at Tyler Joseph Ellis. That's all I have for you now. But I hope you all have a lovely week. I hope you all really listen to Wonder this coming week, because I'm really excited for this album to come out. And until next time, bye.